What's up, guys? It's your girl Riva, and I'm back again with another video. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Riva. It's very nice to meet you. Before we get into this reaction, make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you guys give this video a thumbs up. And as I always say, if you agree, if you don't agree, leave your opinions in the comment section below, and we're gonna talk about it. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It is at RIVAH_JORDON. And I have never seen this video before. Like I always say, whenever you guys see me react to a video, it's always like new and fresh right in front of you guys. So we're going to go ahead and get right into this. I kind of have an idea already just based off the title of a woman explaining why smiling is offensive. So I just want to see what's going on in this conversation, what the perspective is, and the ideology behind the title and just kind of like what's going on. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
You know, Black women are vulgar, and we come across as like not wanting to have any unity with the Black man. We don't want to submit or give a Black man any authority in our lives, and we're, fighting and challenging the Black man constantly. And I don't think that that's necessarily, what the real issue is when we come across as being vulgar. In my personal opinion, I've had people tell me that I come across as unapproachable just simply by the way that I look.
Hold on. Who are you basing this off of? What the women think or what the men say?
What men say.
Then if you base it off what the men say, you would be in agreement. The men say exactly what I just said. No, ma'am. The men are unequivocal. The men are saying, this is what you're doing. And what you're basically trying to say is, well, it's a misunderstanding.
I agree.
No, it's not a misunderstanding. Please explain how it's a misunderstanding when you say, I'm going to whoop your ass as a woman to a man. What's the misunderstanding?
I feel like not necessarily verbally saying that, but I feel like a lot of men just feel that if a woman looks a certain way, or I've had me smile beautiful, and I feel offended when a man tells me to smile, because like sometimes I might be in pain or something.
Okay. I'll have the conversation with you, but you're going to answer when a woman says something. You've heard a woman say something like that. I'm going to whoop your ass.
Yes.
Okay, what does it mean when she says that? She's not really saying, she doesn't mean that?
She means it probably.
Okay, then what's the misunderstanding?
At that point, there is no misunderstanding. I'm just defending my own perspective when I've been told that I'm unapproachable because I come off that way. When sometimes it's just me just having a stale face. And I think that maybe sometimes it's not that women
you
don't.
You make this whole conversation about you?
Yes.
We can't do that because you can justify everything you do.
I can.
Yeah, but guess what? It ain't about just you. But let's take the point you made, since though that's how y'all want to do, make it all about you. If somebody told you to smile, and you said you were what, offended?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't understand this point so far. Just because like I'm a woman and I've been approached by or some men sometimes before and they say like why are you not smiling, or like even like sometimes you guys can see my face like when I'm reacting to videos, and sometimes I have like this little face, and like there's times that men have said that to me before, like outside, like, oh, why are you not smiling? And I'll literally laugh, like I'll literally be like, oh snap, like I didn't even realize I wasn't smiling. And like I don't take it as nothing. And if I'm actually not in a good mood and somebody says to me like, oh, why aren't you smiling, I'm not going to be offended. I might not smile back, or I might just ignore that, but I'm not going to be offended. I think that's a stretch.
Why?
Because it's like, why is it such a demand for women to, well, especially for Black women, to just always look a certain way? Like, why can't we just naturally be whatever we feel?
It's not a demand. It's just maybe somebody just sees you doing something and they just say something to you, and then that's just kind of it. Like, I don't feel like it's a demand. Like you have to always be smiling. I think maybe just a guy might see you, and just say something like that. I don't feel like it's a demand. Like you have to always be walking around smiling. I think that's a stretch again.
You got so I want to get this clear. Someone just says, "Hey, smile," and it's offensive to you.
I mean, for the most part, it just comes across as like demanding. And I'm not saying
Demanding.
that I feel, yes.
Huh.
Mm-mm.
Like, what if I don't feel like smiling? What if I'm in deep thought? What if I'm listening to something that's
This is where
serious and it's
we're
nothing I want to smile about?
This is where we're at. We have civilized the world and done such a good job in first world countries to where women, in this case black women, are offended just to be asked to smile. It's offensive.
It doesn't come off as a question of asking or requesting. It's almost a demand. Smile, beautiful.
That's crazy.
Like, can I just relax?
That's crazy now. That's taking it too far now. Like, it's for sure not a demand. It's just some guys use that as a tool to hit on you. Like some guys are doing that just to say something. Like I think like why does it have to be an attack? I don't get it.
Can you relax? And what's your relaxed face look like? Rest and bitch face?
Not necessarily, but sometimes it's just
Well,
relaxed.
how about this? How about if no one said a damn thing to you? What if every man just left you the fuck alone? Excuse my French. What if every man just left you alone? What if no black man said anything to you? Just ignored you?
Then
Would
what?
that be better?
Then that would be a problem too. If every time you go outside, nobody's not saying anything to you at all. Nobody wants to talk to you. Nobody's trying to, smile. Nobody's smile beautiful. Nobody's not calling you beautiful. Nobody's asking you to smile. Then that would be another issue again, right? Of course.
Really sad, honestly.
Oh, so you want us to engage you the way you want to be engaged, but you don't want to engage us the way we like to be engaged. Makes a whole lot of sense.
So men want you to. Did he slap me?
Yes, I slapped you. You want to know?
Yes, he did.
Because black women are the only group of women I've ever heard that get offended when someone says smile. I heard a black woman who's a femininity influencer who was talking to black women who said they want to be more feminine, who said they want to get husbands. This black woman on her Facebook page just went and asked her black clients, her black followers, hey, just smile at every black man you see today. And they tore that woman apart for months. Think about how low of a bar you're talking about. That man didn't ask you to go have sex with him, do any sexual favor, give him some money. He just said smile, and you find it offensive? Huh. Wow.
Kevin,
but the whole point is that if you don't want to, you don't have to. That's the whole point. If you don't want to smile, you don't have to smile. But why would you take it as an offense? Yo, that's crazy because that legit reminds me of like Emmett Till. Think about it. Even though, okay, yeah, there's two very different narratives, but I'm just saying, think about it. Whistling. Think about it. How can it be offensive? Just saying.
When I feel like smiling.
Ridiculous.
I smile when I feel
That's why
like
I said then men should
I'm
just
in a
leave
joyous
you alone.
mood.
Then men should
Well, I
just
have a man, and I smile at him regularly.
But that's not the point. We're not talking about your man. I said if black men were just to avoid you and leave you alone because they can't predict whether or not what they're going to ask you, which is not an offensive thing. Asking you to smile is nothing to be offended by.
Mm-mm.
So what you're telling black men is because you're going to ask me something that's inoffensive, but I can take offense. Black women, I got to let you know, you guys are the masters at being offended by the inoffensive. So black men, leave women like her alone. When you see her, don't say shit to her. Let her and her man rock out. The rest of y'all, leave her alone. Don't say nothing to her. Don't say hi. Don't say bye. Just let her be. Because you don't want to offend her. You don't want to offend her. You don't want to offend her. You don't want to get in her space. Let her be. There she is.
Crickets.
Does that work for you?
I mean, you're not wrong, Kevin. If you was wrong, I would tell you that you're wrong. You're not always wrong. You're wrong about something, but you're not wrong about that. And maybe, I guess, if black women did smile more, we wouldn't come across as unapproachable. But like I was saying, there are women who just are relaxing and they're not in the mood to smile. They're not in the mood to, engage in, random men's eye contact and it just doesn't feel necessary to just randomly smile at every man that you see.
I randomly, okay, maybe this is just me, but obviously if I'm not in the mood, I'm not gonna be practicing the things that I'm saying right now. But like I randomly smile at people. I feel like all people. It doesn't matter if you make eye contact with me and we're like in a store or wherever. I'm gonna be like, just like hi, just like I said, if I'm not in the mood, it's something different. If I'm doing something else, but I feel like it's just courteous. And one of my things I always say is like, you never know what people in the world are going through. Like, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes that one little hi, you never know what it could do for somebody else. And I feel like it does something for yourself when you're just a courteous person all the time. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's just good energy to walk with at all times. So I just don't understand this. And the reason why I'm going so hard to say that I don't understand this is because I am a black woman. And I think it's important that to let it be known that all black women do not think this way. I don't think that if somebody asks me to smile, it's offensive. And I also don't think that if I go outside and a guy, a man tries to like talk to me or holla at me, I don't think that's offensive either. I don't think that's offensive. They think they like something that they see. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's something to be offended by. And I don't think you have to be rude or disrespectful in any sense, even if you're uninterested either. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't think you have to like navigate through life with this chip just always on your shoulder. You always ready to go off on anybody. Oh, don't be asking me to smile. Why? Like, okay, sorry, I was just saying something to you. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I don't get it.
Doesn't it come off as promiscuous?
This is reflective of the utter lack of respect that many black women have for the overall black male image.
It's crazy.
Again, I don't hear any other race of women being offended at the notion of being smiling or being friendly to their men.
Granted, but I never hear black men tell white women that.
Because they don't have to. Because they smile.
Suggest why?
They don't have to. They don't have to tell other races women because they're naturally.
I genuinely am so upset with this, but I'm sorry guys. I know but I just want to give my honest opinion because, I mean, there's a point that you just get frustrated hearing stuff like this because I just feel like black men get like the short end of the stick with a lot of different things. And I feel like coming from your own women, it shouldn't be that way. And I just don't get it. Like I can specifically remember like times that I was like walking around, maybe I was going through something or maybe I was like, just like not in a good mood. And they would be like, specifically, like I remember this one time and it was like an older black man, like maybe he was like I don't know, I would say like maybe like late 40s, maybe like late 40s to like late 50s, somewhere in that range. You can never tell sometimes how old they are. And I remember him saying that to me and I laughed, and when I walked away, it changed my energy. It genuinely did. Like I genuinely was like, damn, like I'm tripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just changed my whole vibe just from that. Like so I don't understand the need for it to be like offensive. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's been a time that like a guy has said that to me, like, oh, why are you not smiling? I'm like in a horrible mood, probably like on the phone. I'm just like, You know what I'm saying? But that's different. It's not like every time somebody says something to me, I'm like, oh, I'm so offended. Like, I think that's so crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. That's crazy.
They smile.
It's crazy.
You can't make this shit up, man. I mean, I'm struggling to stay on the path because this makes sense to you.
I mean, yes.
So avoid women like this.
Mm-hmm.
And if black women don't want anybody to tell you to smile, and you don't want to have to engage somebody in a cordial, friendly, polite way, then by all means, you shouldn't have to. And no one should have to be subjected to possibly offending you. So it would be better for them to err on the side of just don't deal with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Again, we're talking about somebody just saying, hey, smile. Not, hey, do a sexual act or give me some money. Smile. And then you turn around and say, well, I don't hear them saying it to other races of women. Learn something. Those other
What am I learning from that, though?
How to get a husband and keep one.
So if I'm just like, okay, and so just hear me out. If I'm just having a normal walk through the park and I'm minding my own business, a man's, having a normal walk in the park as well, and he randomly said to me, smile, I should just smile at him?
Well, ma'am, apparently it's happened enough in your life to where this is becoming an issue.
Right.
It can't be just a one-off. Oh, no, hold on. It can't just be a one-off situation. It's enough to where you actually decide to call into a broadcast and make it an issue. So the fact of the matter is you walk around with a resting bitch face. If people continue to do this to you,
mm-hmm.
then maybe you need to take under consideration, just maybe the way I'm...
Sis, if people keep doing this to you, maybe you need to smile. Like, maybe people think something is wrong.
Men, my image I'm carrying in the world to black men is this way.
Mm-hmm. Angry?
So what you're saying is black men who aren't related to you or you don't have any investment in you can make no demands of you.
I just feel like a man that I don't know, a man that I've never seen before.
Exactly. So black women
yes,
like that. So what you need to understand. So a man who does not know you, if he sees you getting fucked up, needs to keep on walking.
Right.
See, this is why y'all want this group protection. No. Listen very well. This is when
you heard what she said. Why would I randomly be getting beat up? It's not the point. It's just the point that, like, these are the same people that we would look to protect us if anything happened, right? If I'm out in the street, okay? When I say the street, I mean like in like the grocery store or something, and like, there's some black people here, and I'm just saying that because we're talking about the dynamics of black men with a black woman. I'm just using that as an example. And we're somewhere and something is going, you know what I'm saying, straight. I'm gonna look like, hey, like, you know what I'm saying, as a man, as a stronger vessel, like, you would assume that person is gonna step up to try to, like, dissolve the situation or like, yeah, like protect you or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Look how many times you see, like, with all this stuff that's going on, like, there's people who don't know each other, but you know what I'm saying? They're standing up to, like, try to defend you and try to have your back. You know what I'm saying? I just think that's a great point that Kevin just made.
Talk about you want this group protection. You want a black man to step in. You okay, sis? And this all that kind of stuff. A black man can't even ask you to smile at him for risk of offending you. So, conversely, if there's something happening to you, you need to call your man. And the men you deem necessary enough to do something for. Because just us regular black men who have no investment in, or you have no investment in, we can make no demands of it. See, that's the beautiful thing about other races of people. Other races of women of other races, men who they're not fucking can make demands of them. And the men that they're fucking can make demands of them. In the black community, the only people who can ask you something is men who's doing something for you. Other than that, we can't ask you for nothing. That's why I say, we can't ask you for nothing. We don't owe you nothing.
So let me get this straight. Like, I'm just a little confused. Why would I want to give something? I mean, and I know it's very small, it's simple. It's just smile, right?
Yeah.
But to me, it comes off as like entertainment. Like I'm just out here being friendly faced with everybody. Like I'm not saying that I should.
That's another issue. Oh, I'm not friendly. Okay, great for you. What's the problem though? And to be honest, man, I don't know this person at all, but I can almost also guess that this is the type of person that I would smile at, and they would look at me like, "Why is she smiling at me? Like, what's her problem?" You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just I just don't have that mentality, and it's nothing about it's not about being promiscuous. It's not about being like entertaining and da da da, because you have control over what you're doing and what you're not doing, and all those things. It's just being friendly. There's nothing wrong with just being friendly. Just hi. Not saying that you have to like genuinely like, be like, hi, how are you doing today? What's your phone number? That's what I'm saying. I don't get this logic. And I know there's a lot of black women out there that also feel like how I feel about this topic. For sure.
I shouldn't be polite. I'm not disrespectful. And I know that just being my normal everyday face is, I guess, unapproachable. And that's fine. But you're saying to me that...
No, stop right here.
I should
stop
be
right
for the
here.
street,
Stop right here. Ma'am, the only common denominator in all these situations is who? Go. This is why I say y'all need therapy. Because this honestly sounds crazy. We're talking about... It doesn't
sound crazy.
No, it doesn't sound crazy to you because you're the crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I volunteer for this.
We're talking about a simple smile. But the level of irrational... See, this goes deep for black women. When that black woman asked her femininity group to smile at black women, she was surprised at how vicious they treated her. And I'm going to let this play and let people come back and hear. We're talking about just a simple smile, people. Smile. But you act like a smile is busted it wide open.
For real.
Oh my freaking God. Black men, do you realize this is a black woman who tell you you're not even worth a smile? Unless she feels...
I mean, not every last one of them. And yes, if I feel
okay, ma'am, and I take that. So, if you are getting abused, jacked up, whatever, what does the random black man owe you?
Nothing.
Stop slapping me.
Who the fuck you think you talking to?
Mm-hmm.
Your man sound like he need to slap you.
Why you promoting violence? No.
Why? What do you think this is? I mean, see, when I ask you, is what does a random black man owe you if you need something from him? You driving down your tire's flat. You don't know how to change it. Black man driving down the street. Does he owe you to stop over? You ain't his woman. What does he owe you?
Nothing.
Right. And understand something. If men are looking at our women, and see, the thing is, what you're saying is not uncommon. Mm-hmm. So, honestly, black men look at women who talk like you and feel zero allegiance to you.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like they owe you nothing because you want black men to protect and provide and everything else, and you are talking about a freaking smile.
So your suggestion is that I smile more to random people in order to create sort of allegiance?
My suggestion is...
My suggestion, she didn't ask me, but my suggestion for this woman is to find out why you always are so upset. Find out what's going on as to why you know what I'm saying, always are portraying that, why people have this issue with you, because the way how you're saying it over and over again is that people continuously say these things to you. It's not like a 1 and 2 time thing. She says that happens all the time. So it's like, what's the issue? What's the issue? What's the issue? And you're coming on here and asking him about this situation for a reason. So obviously, that means that you might feel like there's something that you could do to change this perception that people have of you. You know?
Psychotherapy. Because this is crazy.
Psychotherapy.
Man. You said it. You don't see black men asking other groups of women. Do you hear any other race of women talking about this?
Mm-mm. Probably not.
It just doesn't happen to them as much as it happens to
Because
us.
they effing smile.
What if they're not? Like, where are the
All right.
Where's the research?
All right, get off the phone.
So this kind of goes back to what I was saying before about in another reaction I did, that like, yeah, like if you are no good for your own self, like how can you be good to anybody else? But I feel like I've said my opinion throughout this whole piece. I want you guys to let me know what you guys think. Put your comments in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up if you see random strangers and you smile at them. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. As I always say, you know I always have a new video every single day. So if you're not subscribed, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you guys are following me on Instagram. Love you guys.